Hey beauty barbs, I am back and I'm here to show you this bomb braided ponytail look. So if you are interested in learning how I achieve this look, then stay tuned. So you guys, you want to start off with a clean canvas of hair. My hair has already been prepped. It's been washed, blown out, and straightened. So that's where you want to start from, a clean canvas. So at this point, you want to begin to section off to have your two pieces in the front. You just want to take two small, I guess, rectangle sizes of pieces in the front and just section those off so it doesn't get, it doesn't interfere with your ponytail that you're about to sleek in the back. I'm going to list everything that I use in this video in the drop box below. But at this point, you want to get your beeswax and put a small amount on your hand and just rub it all through your hair. The beeswax helps mold the hair and make it firm, all while not having your hair revert back to its natural state. Because sometimes you use gels and waxes, and because it's so thick, or so it's like a liquidy texture, it'll revert your natural hair curl pattern back, and that'll give you that crinkle look, and it won't be as sleek. So if you want a super sleek look and no crinkles or anything like that, then use beeswax. It's my go-to. So at this point, we just, giving us a little baby hair look. You know what I'm saying, girl? Gots to have a little baby hair. Well, I do anyway. Everybody don't like baby hairs. So if you don't like baby hairs, then just sleek your edges back. But I do. So I just wanted to give, a little edge on the side. Yes, girl, that is pump it up, girl. So what you want to do is take your spritz and spray all over your hair just so you can have extra hold. I personally like pump it up because it is a very strong spritz and it doesn't give your hair any time to revert back because it's a liquid. It doesn't give your hair any time to revert back to its natural state. It just automatically kind of molds it in that ponytail that you want it to be in. And it's going to keep it there for a good long while. So Pump It Up is my favorite holding spray for ponytail looks. So you just want to put you on a wrap strip or a headscarf, whatever you have on hand, just to keep their hair nice and sleek and mold it down until we finish the braid process. So I decided to use the Xpressions pre-stretched hair in the color 1B. I had this hair left over from something that I was supposed to do that I never finished, so I just decided to use that hair. But I would suggest getting you a pre-stretched hair so you don't have to worry about stretching the hair as you're doing the braid or before you start the braid. So at this point, you want to take the one side of the hair out of the package and you just want to attach it right there to your ponytail. So at this point, the rubber band was a little too loose, so I just wrapped it around my ponytail a couple more times to make it more snug. So here we have our two pieces that was created once you added the weave hair to your ponytail. Right now you want to split off an additional piece of hair that's going to be used to wrap around the base of your ponytail. So you want to split that off, let it off to the side. So now as we begin to braid, you want to pull the hair to the back, and you want to split everything into three. So if you can't see in the back, I'm splitting my ponytail hair and also the weave hair into three pieces so it'll be nice and even, and I can start the braid process. So at this point, you want to begin the braiding process, and you just want to braid like a regular braid, straight back. And you can add a little gel or beeswax as you're braiding so that your hair doesn't separate from the weave and that you don't get all those crazy flyaways once you're done with the braid. So that's all I'm doing here. I'm just braiding. So when you get to a certain point, when you start running out of hair, your hair is starting to get shorter. See that short piece right there? You're going to have to start feeding in additional pieces of braiding hair. So at this point, I'm just feeding in extra pieces of braiding hair to give length to my braid, and it won't stop at my shoulders. So that's all I'm doing right here. And you just want to take one piece and add it to a piece that you're braiding with and just keep it going. And voila, our braid is done. So at this point, you want to take that extra piece of hair that we separated off in the beginning and begin to wrap it around the base of the braid. Yes, honey. So now we are almost done. But what I decided to do with my hair is it's pretty long in the front, but I did want to add in a couple of track pieces just because I didn't want to keep applying heat to my hair. And I live in Georgia. It's always humid here. It's always raining. So I just wanted to add a couple of pieces into my front to give it a little fullness and to keep it from reverting back all the time. They try to keep it weighed down a little bit and it just wouldn't frizz up as much. So that's all I'm doing right here. I'm adding in two small track pieces, one to both sides. Give a little fullness, keep them from poofing up so much. And that's about it. I'm also taking my braid and kind of going through and loosening it up a little bit because as I was braiding, I was kind of braiding it a little tight. But I'm just going through to kind of loosen it up a little bit to give it like a butterfly look or effect or whatever. So it won't be as tight looking. I kind of want it more loose looking. So that's all I'm doing at this point. So at this point, I'm just going to take my curling iron and I'm just going to curl those front two pieces, girl. That's about it. I came back through to separate the braid a little bit more, just to make it more of that butterfly look that I was going for, to make it less tight, make it more uniform looking. And that's about all that I'm doing right here. Just pulling it apart a little bit. Yes, Beauty Barb, we have our completed braided look. I mean, I freaking love it. It reminds me of like Princess Jasmine vibes, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, if you followed how you were supposed to be following, you will have a gorgeous braid just like this. And I want you guys to tag me in some pictures, please. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow my Instagram at Beauty by Letisa Monet. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys.